When I moved to Dubai a few years ago, I knew absolutely no one. I had no connections, no referrals, no warm introductions. It was just my suitcase, my job, and at the time, my rented vehicle. And today, pretty much everything I do, whether it's in sales, business, or opportunities, it comes from the relationships that I've built from scratch. So in this video, I will be walking you through how I built a network from zero. And will be completely realistic. It won't give you some random spiel around, I just got lucky and I met people here. So let's get into it. The first thing I had to accept is you cannot come to the Gulf region with a UK or Western ego. You can't show up and say, I worked in London, here's my experience, I know how things should be done. If you do that, you will close doors very fast. And instead, the approach that I took was I came here and said, look, I'm new, I'm here to learn, I respect the culture, and I want to understand how business really works here. And that alone made people more open, more helpful, and more willing to connect with me, just on a general human level and also on a business level. So the point is, humility travels very far in the Middle East. Next one I would say is showing up where the right people are. I didn't just build a network on LinkedIn or Instagram alone. I built it by physically showing up. So in Dubai, there are events going on everywhere. DIFC, Dubai World Trade Center, fintech meetings, startup gatherings, random breakfast events. Literally anything you can think of is going on somewhere in Dubai. Did I want to go to all of them? Probably not. But every time I showed up, I met at least one person who became important later. And I would say, this region rewards that presence. And if people see you consistently at an event, for example, if it's a group of fintech professionals, if you keep attending fintech events, they will become more familiar with you. And that tends to add more value. The next one is being genuinely interested. This is the biggest shift from selling in the UK. In Dubai, people do not connect with you just based on your job title. They connect based on who you are. And I never approached conversation with, what can they do for me? I'd ask about, how long have you been here? Where did you grow up? What industries have you worked in? What are your views on the market? And I just listened. And people, again, in the Middle East or in Dubai, they value that genuine connection. If you make it seem transactional, they will feel it immediately and it will not go far. The fourth one has to be respecting seniority. One of the best pieces of advice I got early on was respect everyone, but especially the senior people. Don't try to act clever. Hierarchy matters here. If someone is older or more experienced or in a senior role, you must show respect. Not in a submissive way, just culturally aware. And I would say that single mindset will help you gain trust very quickly. The next one is providing value before asking for anything. Everyone comes to the Gulf to take, to close deals, to get opportunities, to build contacts. Very few people come to give first. I would send people insights, articles, introductions, even random observations about their industry with no pitch and no hidden motive. Just, I saw this and I thought it would be interesting to you, so I shared it. That alone builds credibility because it shows that you're providing value for nothing in return. And over time, people will start introducing you to their networks organically if they believe that you're providing value to them. So the sixth one is one that I've touched on in various videos, and it's following up, but in the right way. This one typically makes or breaks your network. And follow-ups here aren't like the West. So emails get ignored, LinkedIn messages get ignored. What works really well is WhatsApp, voice notes, checking in every now and then and not being too pushy, congratulating people on their achievements, and overall just respecting their time. And one thing that you need to think about personally is don't take silence as something which is negative. People are typically quite busy. Timelines in the Gulf are different. For example, there's different time zones. In the UAE, a working week is Monday to Friday. In Saudi, it's Sunday to Thursday. And if you follow up in a calm and respectful and human way, people will appreciate it. The next one's very important, and not just across networking, but across various different things. Being consistent. Your network here will grow through consistency. It's not by going to one event or meeting the right person once or messaging the same person aggressively. It grows when people see you again and again and again. And that consistency will build a level of familiarity, which will then build trust, and then it will build opportunity. The key word that I always mention in other videos is trust. Once people trust you, that's when the opportunities will come out. So that's how I built my network from zero in the Middle East. To summarize, humility, presence, taking a genuine interest, being culturally aware, giving value, following up the Gulf way, and being consistent.